15 conjoined twins you won't believe exist. Have you ever wondered what enables a pair of conjoined twins to survive and thrive despite sharing a body, a head, or even crucial organs? Around the world, there are twins who have defied the odds, surviving miraculously even when medical experts predicted they wouldn't make it. But what really happened to these twins? Were they able to lead normal lives, or did the challenges they faced come at the cost of their very lives? We'll explore that in today's video about 15 pairs of twins who have shocked the world. Number 15. Daisy and Violet. Meet Daisy and Violet Hilton, one of the most famous and extraordinary pairs of conjoined twins in modern history. They faced both injustice and hardship from the very beginning of their lives. Born in England at the start of the 20th century, Daisy and Violet were conjoined at the hips and buttocks, a rare condition that forced them to share a circulatory system while still having separate organs. At the time, doctors deemed that separating them would be a life and death gamble that could lead to the death of one or both. As a result, they lived a life conjoined not only physically but also in fate. If Daisy and Violet had been born in today's era, with the incredible advances in medicine and technology, they might have been successfully separated and able to live independent lives. However, destiny led them into a life full of challenges, where they had to face stigma and exploitation from those around them. From the moment they were born, Daisy and Violet's lives were intertwined with tragedy. Their mother, perhaps unable to bear the societal pressure and the stark difference of her two daughters, decided to abandon them shortly after birth. The sisters were then placed in the hands of Mary Hilton, who saw them not as vulnerable children in need of care, but as a lucrative business opportunity. Hilton bought the twins from their biological mother, and from then on, Daisy and Violet became her property, displayed in circus shows like rare objects for people to gawk at. In a small room behind an English pub for just 2 pence, people could come in and see these conjoined twins, as if they were more a freak show than human beings. However, Daisy and Violet's fate took a turn when they moved to the United States, where they began to build their own fame. Not only did they continue performing in circus shows, but they also ventured into the film industry, even appearing in a few movies. Their appearances captivated the public's attention and admiration, turning them into true stars, but that fame couldn't give them the freedom they longed for. They were still bound by strict contracts with their manager, stripped of control over their own lives, and unable to keep the earnings they worked so hard for. Daisy and Violet Hilton passed away in 1969 at the age of 61. Number 14. Tatiana and Krista Hogan. Born with an extremely rare condition of craniophagus twins, Tatiana and Krista are joined at the top, back, and sides of their heads, causing doctors to worry about their chances of survival. However, Tatiana and Krista did not let fate stop them. They persevered and proved to the world that nothing could hold back those who are determined and believe in themselves. One of the most remarkable things about these twins is their circulatory system. Tatiana's heart has to work overtime to pump blood to Krista's brain, leading to Tatiana suffering from high blood pressure and requiring heart surgery. But despite these severe medical challenges, the sisters never let these difficulties prevent them from living their dream lives. They are true warriors with a spirit that never falters in the face of adversity. Even more unique is that Tatiana and Krista share a brain. This means each of them can see the world through the other's eyes, experiencing life in a way completely different from ours. They are not just two people living in one body, but two souls deeply connected, as if they always have a best friend by their side, sharing every joy and sorrow. They also share 2 arms, 2 legs, a spine, and many other organs, creating an unbreakable bond. Interestingly, Tatiana and Krista's parents did not know about their daughter's unique condition until 2 days before their birth. Imagine the shock and emotion when they discovered they were not just having one, but 2 daughters, bound together in a way few could ever imagine. The ultrasound had not clearly shown the 2 heads because the technician only saw 1 embryo from a certain angle. Number 13. Chang and Ang Bunker. In 1811, in Siam, modern-day Thailand, a special pair of twins was born, Chang and Ang Bunker. Born with their sternums fused by a short band of flesh and cartilage through which their livers were connected, the brothers faced a different life from the moment they were born. Though they weren't the first conjoined twins in history, their lives and accomplishments left a deep impact, making their names iconic, and the term Siamese twins was born and became a part of language. Despite their unique condition, Chang and Ang didn't let it prevent them from living a full life. The brothers married 2 sisters, Adelaide and Sarah Yates, and had a combined total of 21 children, setting a record for the most children born to a conjoined pair. They proved that being conjoined didn't stop them from building a family and living a normal life. This was not only a personal achievement, but also a powerful message to the world that differences do not stand in the way of happiness and success. Their lives took a major turn when they met Robert Hunter, a Scottish businessman who saw the immense potential in making Chang and Ing-ji a phenomenon. Persuading the brothers to come to America, Hunter opened up a new path for them, where they could showcase their unique connection to the public and quickly became stars. Their performances in the US drew thousands, making them famous and pioneers in breaking social barriers regarding differences. Their journey ended in 1874, when Chang passed away in his sleep. Upon waking and realizing that his beloved brother had passed, Ing knew his time was also short. Just 2 hours later, Ing too left this world, leaving behind a powerful legacy and inspiration for generations to come. Number 12. Abby and Erin Delaney. Born on July 24, 2016, these twin girls faced a great challenge from the very beginning of their lives. For the next 10 months, their parents, Heather and Riley, spent time mentally preparing, consulting top doctors, and getting ready for a risky surgery to separate their daughters. The 11-hour surgery, performed at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, was one of the youngest conjoined twin separations ever conducted. Abby and Erin were only 10 months old when they underwent the surgery, making it an especially dangerous challenge. The twins shared a critical vein, the superior sagittal sinus, which carries most of the blood from the brain to the heart, complicating the surgery even more. Dr. Gregory Hewer, the lead surgeon, expressed concern about the complexity and risks of the procedure. He was aware that many similar cases in the past had not survived after the surgery. But with determination and advanced techniques, the medical team successfully separated the girls, an admirable medical feat. After the surgery, Abby and Erin spent 2 months in the intensive care unit and another 2 months in the inpatient rehabilitation unit. Finally, during Thanksgiving 2017, the girls returned home to the loving arms of their family. For their parents, Heather and Riley, the successful surgery was not just a miracle but also the completion of their family. Heather shared that she couldn't imagine her life without Abby and Erin, the adorable daughters who brought boundless joy and happiness to the family. Although Abby and Erin overcame the initial challenge, their journey is far from over. They still have many years of therapy ahead to improve motor skills, speech, and eating. They attend therapy sessions 3 times a week, and additionally, a therapist visits their home once a week to provide extra support. Number 11. Abby and Brittany Hensel. Have you ever heard of Abby and Brittany Hensel, the globally famous conjoined twins? These extraordinary sisters were born on March 7, 1990 in Minnesota, bringing with them a rare and miraculous story. With 2 heads and 1 shared body, they have become one of the most well-known conjoined twins in the world. Abby and Brittany have 2 separate sets of organs from the waist up, including hearts, lungs, and stomachs, but they share reproductive organs. Can you imagine having to coordinate every daily movement continuously with your sibling? For Abby and Brittany, this was initially very challenging, but over time, they learned to understand each other and developed perfect coordination. Abby controls the right side of the body, while Brittany controls the left, and this combination has become so flawless that they even learn to drive together. Yes, you heard that right, these sisters can drive as one person, a skill that requires absolute understanding and trust in each other. Public attention towards Abby and Brittany began when they were just 6 years old when they appeared on the Oprah Winfrey Show. Since then, their lives have been the subject of numerous television specials, including Joined for Life, and later their own show on TLC titled Abby and Brittany. Through these shows, the sisters shared their lives with the world, the challenges they faced, and how they overcame all obstacles to live a full life. Despite facing many challenges, Abby and Brittany did not let their condition stop them from pursuing their dreams. They graduated from Bethel University with a major in education and continue to live a rich and meaningful life. They love to travel and have visited many countries, including destinations in Europe, Africa, and Asia, broadening their perspectives and life experiences. Number 10. Ladon and Laleh Bijani. Meet Ladon and Laleh Bijani, conjoined twins from Iran who not only share a unique life but also stand as symbols of courage and the yearning for freedom. Born with their heads conjoined, Ladon and Laleh faced many challenges from birth. However, despite their unique condition, the sisters grew up like ordinary children with their own dreams and aspirations. Their lives were soon disrupted when the Iranian Revolution occurred. They were separated from their parents and never reunited until many years later. As they grew older, Ladon and Lale lived independently, pursuing their dream of becoming lawyers. However, their conjoined heads posed a significant obstacle. They always longed to live independent lives, free to follow their dreams without being bound by their shared body. In 1996, hoping to find a solution, the sisters went to Germany to seek medical advice on the possibility of separation. However, German doctors advised against the surgery due to the high risks involved. But Ladon and Lale did not give up. Years later, they met Dr. Keith Goh, who was willing to take on the challenge of separating them, despite the difficulties ahead. In November 2002, with strong faith and determination, the sisters traveled to Singapore to undergo the surgery they hoped would change their lives. They were fully aware of the great risks but remained resolute, driven by their desire to live the life they had always dreamed of. The surgery was long, challenging, and dangerous. Ladon and Lale's brains were intricately fused, and they shared a crucial main vein, making the separation extremely risky. Sadly, the surgery did not succeed as hoped. Both sisters could not survive and passed away during the operation, leaving behind immense sorrow and regret for their family, friends, and the world. In keeping with Islamic tradition, they were buried side by side, symbolizing their eternal bond. Number 9. Shivanath and Shivram. Shivanath and Shivram are not just ordinary twins, they share a single body, with each controlling 2 arms and 1 leg, conjoined at the hip. This rare medical condition has made them a unique pair, with their entire village viewing them as a miracle of nature, even believing they might be divine beings. Doctors have previously suggested separating the twins, but both Shivanath and Shivram firmly refused, not wanting to consider being apart. They are joined at the waist and heart, and their bond extends beyond the physical to a deep emotional connection. Every day they start by helping each other brush their hair and get dressed, a beautiful display of love and mutual care. They have developed a special relationship like 2 halves of the same soul, not only supporting each other physically but also sharing every moment, the highs and lows of life. Shivanath and Shivram have a specially designed tricycle, which they use to get to school each day. One pedals while the other steers. This coordination resembles a perfectly synchronized machine, a living testament to the power of unity and teamwork. Watching them, one cannot help but feel the strength of brotherhood and resilience in facing challenges. The idea of separating them is daunting, not only because of the physical consequences but also because of their irreplaceable emotional bond. If they were to be separated, Shivanath would be left without legs and require full-time care, while Shivram could potentially live better. However, their bond is stronger than any surgery could sever. They are like 2 peas in a pod, 2 sides of the same coin and 2 hearts beating as one. Number 8. Nevada and Nellie Colston. Nevada and Nellie were born in Amsterdam, conjoined at the back of the head, a rare and challenging form of conjoinment. When they were born, doctors didn't hold out much hope, believing that if the sisters survived birth, their lives would be extremely difficult, with an expected lifespan of only around 10 years. But Nevada and Nellie, with extraordinary determination, stood firm and proved that there were no limits they couldn't overcome. Growing up as conjoined girls, Nevada and Nellie faced considerable hardship. They endured teasing and cruel taunts from those around them, but never let those experiences break their spirits. They always had each other, and that bond became a source of strength that helped them overcome every difficulty. Despite being conjoined at the head and sharing a main artery, which means they cannot be separated, Nevada and Nellie did not let this condition hinder them from living their lives to the fullest. Although their lives have not been easy, Nevada and Nellie have learned to adapt to their unique circumstances. They have separate brains and bodies and have developed creative ways to handle daily challenges. For example, they use mirrors to see each other and can watch TV together, creating meaningful moments in their shared life. But Nevada and Nellie didn't stop at merely surviving. They live boldly and passionately, like anyone else at 21. They love music, enjoy hanging out with friends, and aren't shy about sharing their story on social media. With this spirit, they started their own YouTube channel and Instagram page, aiming to raise awareness about their condition and show the world that they are much more than just girls with disabilities. They want to prove that, despite their differences, they can live a full and meaningful life. Number 7. Callie and Carter Torres. Callie and Carter Torres are remarkable conjoined twin girls from Blackfoot, Idaho. With their sweet and playful nature, Callie and Carter enjoy playing, exploring, and learning, just like any other children their age. Their parents, Chelsea and Nick, have been dedicated to raising awareness and encouraging acceptance of their unique family, helping others understand that Callie and Carter, despite sharing some body parts, are two distinct individuals with their own interests, personalities, and adorable differences. In 2022, Callie and Carter started kindergarten, where they quickly adapted and made friends just like any other kids. They are conjoined twins who share one pelvis and two legs, but from the torso upwards they have two separate bodies, resembling two waves crashing into each other, with Callie and Carter on top and a shared body below. Despite their unique body structure, this doesn't stop them from participating in daily activities, from riding bikes to attending physical therapy sessions. When Chelsea and Nick first discovered they were expecting conjoined twins, they experienced feelings of distress and anxiety. However, they soon realized that the most important thing was to provide the best possible environment for their daughters to live happy and healthy lives. After consulting with doctors at Texas Children's Hospital, where they spent the remainder of the pregnancy and delivered the girls, the family decided to keep Callie and Carter conjoined. The doctors advised that separating the girls could drastically alter their lives and even pose a threat to their survival. With the twins' current health and happiness, the parents decided that Callie and Carter would continue living as they came into the world. Callie and Carter are best friends most of the time, just like any other pair of twins. While they have their disagreements, the love and bond between them are undeniable. They enjoy participating in daily activities together, from riding bikes to attending physical therapy sessions and experiencing everything that any child would love. Number 6. Carmen and Lupita. Carmen and Lupita are incredible conjoined twins who were born alongside their sisters, but with a condition that made their lives different from the very start. At birth, doctors warned that they wouldn't survive more than a few days, but Carmen and Lupita proved them wrong. Since birth, they have shared everything from their chest down to their pelvis, where their spines meet. They even share part of a liver, some ribs, a circulatory system, digestive system, and reproductive system. Growing up, Carmen and Lupita faced many challenges, but they turned those difficulties into motivation to thrive. Each has two arms but only one leg. Carmen controls the right leg and Lupita controls the left. Despite this, they have learned to coordinate their movements gracefully and rhythmically, demonstrating extraordinary resilience and adaptability. These qualities not only showcase their strength but also the deep bond and unity between them. Carmen and Lupita have different personalities, but they share a passion for music. Both play the piano beautifully and have even performed together, making music a bridge of emotion and creativity in their lives. They've also learned to drive, an impressive feat considering they must coordinate every movement to operate the vehicle. This not only highlights their excellent coordination, but also their relentless determination to live a free and independent life. Attending school was also a challenge for Carmen and Lupita. Lupita needed special education classes, while Carmen was able to attend regular classes. However, they both strive to succeed, and with the support of their family and friends, they have overcome obstacles and made many friends along their journey. Number 5. Ronnie and Donnie Gallion. Born unexpectedly in Dayton, Ohio in 1951, Ronnie and Donnie Gallion came into the world conjoined from the sternum to the groin, sharing the vital organs that sustained them throughout their lives. Despite facing numerous challenges, the brothers were curious and passionate about exploring the world around them, much like any other children. However, the local education system refused to enroll Ronnie and Donnie, leaving them illiterate for the rest of their lives. Ronnie and Donnie's lives changed when their father, Wesley, decided to introduce his unique twin sons to the world to support their family of 9 children. The Gallion family began touring across the United States and even Latin America, showcasing Ronnie and Donnie as a highlight in circus performances. These tours were hugely successful, turning the brothers into true stars. Their fame spread across the country, and they even appeared on popular TV shows like The Jerry Springer Show. Despite their fame, Ronnie and Donnie maintained a simple and modest lifestyle in their hometown of Dayton, Ohio. In 1991, they retired from show business and moved into their own home, purchased with the money they earned from their years of performing. The local community always stood by them, offering support when needed. When Ronnie fell ill in 2009, the community came together to build a special extension in their brother Jim's home to ensure that Ronnie and Donnie could receive round-the-clock care. Their extraordinary lives were documented in the TLC documentary The World's Oldest Conjoined Twins Move Home, which aired in 2010. The film not only celebrated their incredible resilience but also highlighted the unbreakable bond between the brothers. Sadly, Ronnie and Donnie's journey came to an end on July 4th, 2020, when they passed away from congestive heart failure, surrounded by their loving family. Number 4. Pin and Pan. Pin and Pan, two 7-year-old girls from a city about 250 kilometers north of Bangkok, are a special pair of conjoined twins. The sisters share a single body with 2 heads, 2 torsos, and 2 arms, but only 1 leg each. This unique structure forces them to move around by walking on their hands, a challenge they have overcome with remarkable resilience and skill. Despite the physical challenges, Pin and Pan have learned to control their bodies with finesse. Pin controls one leg and Pan controls the other, and they move like crabs, using their hands and legs to get around. Not only that, but they can also climb 2 flights of stairs without assistance, demonstrating their coordination and relentless effort. When they need to travel farther, Pin and Pan use a pink tricycle, allowing them to move freely without being limited by distance. The sisters live with their grandparents, who describe them as normal, happy children who love singing, eating ice cream, and helping each other with everything from dressing to daily activities. Their laughter fills the house, and their bond inspires everyone around them. Although doctors have suggested the possibility of separation, Pin and Pan have expressed a desire to stay together forever, showing the unbreakable connection between the 2 sisters. Number 3. Malia and Kendra Heron. Malia and Kendra Heron are twin girls born with a special condition, conjoined at the torso and sharing several vital organs, including a pelvis, liver, large intestine, 1 kidney, and 2 legs. From a young age, they couldn't be separated and shared everything from toys to clothes. To those who meet them, Malia and Kendra are not only a wonder, but also a symbol of connection and unconditional love. Their parents, Jake and Erin, recognized that the girls were a special gift, but as the girls grew, they also faced significant challenges due to their conjoined condition. Jake and Erin had to make a difficult decision to keep Malia and Kendra conjoined or to separate them through a complex and risky surgery. This decision would not only affect the girls' lives, but could change their lives forever. After much thought and careful consideration, the girls' parents decided to proceed with the separation surgery, hoping that it would give them a chance to live a more normal life. The 26-hour surgery was a significant challenge for the family and the medical team. Malia and Kendra became weak and vulnerable after the surgery, but with extraordinary resilience, the girls quickly recovered and soon returned to their daily lives. However, the road ahead was still full of challenges. Malia received the kidney they had shared while conjoined, while Kendra had to undergo dialysis for 9 months until their mother, Erin, donated a kidney to save her life. In the years that followed, Malia and Kendra continued to undergo various medical procedures, including spinal corrections and other recovery measures. Despite facing numerous physical challenges, the girls maintained their optimism and determination to live fulfilling lives. Number 2. Lori and George Chappelle. Born in 1961, Lori and George Chappelle are a pair of conjoined twins who defied all expectations and overcame numerous challenges to live a meaningful life. Lori, the older sister, was born with a healthy body and quickly discovered her exceptional talent in bowling. With her passion and skill, Lori soon became a star in the local bowling scene, always a formidable opponent on the lanes. On the other hand, George, the younger brother, was unfortunately born with spina bifida and needed to use a special wheelchair for mobility. Despite his physical limitations, George didn't let that stop him from finding joy in life. He found solace and fulfillment in music. A devout member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, George was also a country singer with a soulful voice that could deeply move people. In 2007, George made a bold decision to publicly share his journey of gender identity. He admitted that from a young age he always felt mismatched with the gender assigned to him and decided to live authentically by transitioning from female to male, changing his name from Dory to George. This courageous act not only allowed George to live true to himself, but also raised awareness about the struggles and challenges faced by the transgender community. Over the years, Lori and George have become an inspiration to millions through their appearances in television documentaries and popular shows like Howard Stern. They even had the honor of being featured at the opening of Ripley's Auditorium in New York City, where they were recognized as the longest living conjoined twins in the world. At 56 years old, Lori and George stand as living proof of strength, resilience, and determination to overcome any obstacle in life. Number 1. Muhammad and Ahmed. These 2 boys were conjoined at the head, a rare and extremely dangerous condition. They lived with this condition for over a year until a life-changing opportunity came their way in 2003. The World Craniofacial Foundation offered to perform a daring surgery to separate the boys, bringing hope for a new life. Dr. Kenneth Salia, along with a team of over 50 doctors, anesthesiologists, and nurses, carried out the complex 34-hour surgery. This was a major challenge, not only medically but also emotionally for the boys' family. Mohammed and Ahmed's parents were informed that only about 10% of similar surgeries had been successful, making the decision to proceed both risky and courageous. Fortunately, the surgery was successful, giving Mohammed and Ahmed the chance to live separate lives and grow like other children. However, the aftermath of their conjoined condition meant the boys faced some developmental delays. Mohammed progressed according to the normal milestones, but Ahmed needed additional support to catch up. Their story is not just one of medical miracles, but also a testament to the power of love, patience, and hope. The journey of Mohammed and Ahmed from being conjoined to living separate lives is a powerful source of inspiration, reminding us that no challenge is insurmountable with determination and community support. If you find this video helpful and want to explore more incredible stories, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the channel so you won't miss any future videos. Share your thoughts in the comments section below. We look forward to hearing from you. See you in the next videos.